Hi guys, it's Ona. Today is Sunday, January 26th. I'm going to do a little video on the coronavirus. I did a little meditation on this morning because I feel like people are getting more frightened about this outbreak. What I saw in meditation was a construction hat, a yellow construction hat with an exclamation point on it. So I think that's just alerting me about the state of affairs. That's what's happening right now is we're on a yellow alert, and that is a warning to travelers. And a yellow alert is also they're taking maximum precautionary measures because they don't really know what they need to do to prevent it. This coronavirus is new. It's called a 2019 NCOV. So it is a new mutation of an old coronavirus. Interesting with the word coronavirus, it's like a crown, right? A coronation. And that's what the virus looks like. It has like a little crown on it. And this one has mutated. So we're hearing a lot of words like epidemic, endemic, pandemic, and I want to clear up what all those terms mean. An endemic, if you hear the word endemic, that means a disease that comes up in a certain region every once in a while, like polio in, a certain area every 30 years. So that's an endemic. An epidemic is when the same disease comes up in a cluster of communities. What was the other thing that it's? Communities and yeah, just attacks the same people at the same time. So pops up in clusters as in the same area. Pandemic is global or worldwide infection, but this is not pandemic right now, it's epidemic. So with that being said, a little bit of history, this particular coronavirus, before it mutated into the one that we're having an outbreak on right now, is of zoonotic origin. And exactly how it sounds, zoo, it's from an animal source. So we have a bat that has this virus that transmitted to the human, mutated in that host, and this particular virus has mutated again, looks like from bats to snakes to people. Another thing I saw in meditation that's kind of important is I saw like a big flashing Vegas sign that said climate change. So these viruses that are new, mutated, or maybe have been dormant for a long time. There's a lot of dormant viruses out there. When they have the perfect conditions, the perfect environment, they come out, they spread, they mutate, and they cause havoc. This is related to climate change. This is related to climate change. The more we see the extremes in weather, the more we see the changes in climate, the weirder and different and new viruses are going to come out. We saw that with Zika virus, West Nile. I never heard of West Nile when I was a kid, but the conditions under which the virus thrives are optimal and they come out and play. We're going to keep it contained. That was the other message that I got was it will be contained. As soon as a cluster or an outbreak happens, all of the precautions go into effect immediately. All the hospital precautions, all the home care precautions, everyone who's already immunocompromised, chronically ill, elderly, young kids, there's a precaution to watch out for symptoms, and we're sort of prepared for things like this to happen when they do. We don't take care of this environment, we're going to see more things happen. The rate at which we're destroying it is, outlasting the rate at which the earth can heal itself. So we're destroying it at a faster rate than it can heal itself. That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to pull some cards on the virus too. And what you can do to sort of keep yourself from getting sick in general from any virus, from any cold, because it's cold and flu season. Vitamin C, lots of it. There's a reason why citrus is ripe in the winter in the northern hemisphere. You need your citrus, you need your vitamin C. That's going to help with the virus, any virus. All right. So what I want to know in the cards here, I'm using antique anatomy cards. What I want to know is, if it's going to be well contained, and I don't really know if we can develop a vaccine for it. Just got to watch. Most people that get it don't get sick, but it can be deadly because we're working with something that's newly mutated. Okay, so let's just do a little card spread on this coronavirus. First card we get is the Seven of Rods, or in this deck it's a bunch of surgical instruments. So I'd say, based on the color in these cards, the yellow and orange alert, that it might get a little bit worse. We move from a yellow alert to an orange, so it looks like there is going to be some spreading here. Covering that is the Four of Rods, so there's going to be some stabilization. This is interesting. The colors in this cards are the mix of the orange and the yellow, some red. Okay, so that there is going to be, it is going to stabilize. They are going to be able to contain it. That's the challenge. That's what's covering it. Above the reading, we've got the Eight. I love this deck. The Eight of Cups. So working hard to find the right antidote or recipe or potion that will contain this outbreak. And there's all kinds of good stuff in here. So yes, we're working hard to abate this thing. Below the reading, Devil Spray. We get the devil. So I'm going to put a pin in that. So what kind of attachment? What is it that it does? It's a deadly virus. It can be lethal. Okay, I'm going to run with that one on there. In the past, we have the Ace of Wands. So maybe news about it. Okay, the immediate future, we have the Hierophant. We have what does that say to me, really? That's pokeweed in this card. That's a pokeweed. It's a weed. There's some virulence to it. This is a pokeweed, and they are virulent. Okay, media and environments. We get the Knight of Blades in this, or the Knight of Swords, and that is cutting it off. So I really think it's going to be contained. I don't want people to worry about stuff, okay? In the outside environment, we've got the Nine of Swords. This is the outside influence. This is the panic. This is the fear that is kind of influencing the situation. Hopes and fears. The Sixth, victory. Okay? Six of Rods is victory. This is the, what's really interesting is that they're yellow sunflowers in hopes and fears. So some creative work is happening there. And outcome. Oh, see, look at this. I don't have my glasses on. That's what my problem is. The Ace of Cups. You see that elixir in there? There's going to be a way to contain it. That's the outcome. On the bottom, we get the Two of Wands and Temperance. So I think just the seed is already planted. We're already on our way to containing it, to keeping it, in a cluster, and to be patient with it. It'll happen. Like I said, these are going to come up. It's going to be contained. I'm glad to see that. And just some simple stuff that you can do to prevent yourself from getting sick, okay? If you're traveling, grab a mask, wear a mask. Who cares, right? Who cares if you're wearing a mask at the airport? You can draw on it. You can make funny faces. You can put glitter and stuff on there. That would be fine. Sometimes if I find something offensive, I always have a way of sort of covering myself. So I had to use a mask when I had chemotherapy and my blood count was really low, so I wouldn't get sick. But if I didn't, I always had some way of covering my face. So, I didn't walk around with a mask on. Lavender oil, we talked about that when I did the Reiki spray stuff, is a really good antiviral. A lot of essential oils are to sort of keep away viruses and infections and stuff. So sprays and things like that would help. Keeping your immune system up to par. So more vitamin C or healing teas or anti-inflammatory tea and stuff like that is whatever you can do to keep yourself healthy is going to work. Zinc is actually a big antiviral remedy, I'm going to say. I think it's called Zicam, where they actually, it has the zinc paste and you put it in your nose or the back of your throat. Viruses hate zinc. It just breaks it up. So zinc is good, but it can make you sick to your stomach if you have it on an empty stomach. Don't eat bats. Don't eat snakes or anything in the exotic meat department. Yeah, just try and stay healthy. I think that's pretty much it. I think, don't worry about it. Just protect yourself and stay healthy. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. Oh, wait. You know what? Should I get the dogs? I'm going to get Cannoli. Let me get Cannoli. I'll show you what she does to say well. All right, honey. Okay. See, Cannoli she has her little scarf thing on here. And you put a little drop of like lavender oil on there. And if she's by something stinky, she can just cover her face. She wears her little collar there. See? You just have to keep something on you that will clear your nose, all right? Say hi, Noli Button. She's my old lady. You guys have a great week. We'll be back. Take care.